wise.
But depending on what the rest of the game plan is here for Vegeta, Frisco might have time to just start playing allies.
All right, and then just tell him to go anyway, and we'll make do. I don't want to interrupt.
I did what I could.
That's fine. Just come back. Just tell him to keep playing.
They're going, so I did what I could.
I'll try to restart it.
I think he had activated and deactivated it before. No, it's still not fucking working. Oh, there
Okay,
we go.
we got it. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Yeah, I hate that camera, but some of this gear is not ours.
Yeah.
Props to Dez for still showing up. Like, it definitely helped, but...
Frisco with a clutch early Piccolo here.
Yeah, no shit. That's as if Roshi wasn't in play at all. Oh,
Like, if
man.
there was one card Frisco wanted to see, that was probably it.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kurt is amused and probably died a little on the inside.
Oh, man. That's some pull. Yeah, that's real good.
So anytime you start talking about Vegeta, the deck builds become really interesting because there's a flood of colorless attacks you can run, and then not so much room for your styled cards, so you just kind of pick and choose from what's left.
For sure.
So it'll be really interesting to see what's in this deck now.
Yeah, and in fact, you kind of have to be real dedicated if you want to get, like, endurance lines up to a
Right.
certain number in terms of, like, oh,
There's a
card
couple
onto
of
the floor.
A couple of those flashy new blinding energy moves, though.
Uh-huh.
You got Mike Ingersoll in the chat now.
Hi, Mike.
Right on.
Hi, Mike.
Sorry we're not at Eternal this weekend.
Sorry, you're not here
Yeah.
this weekend.
Vegeta also really interesting at level 1 with his banish ability, because once allies start hitting the discard
Right.
pile, Kurt can just snipe them out of the way, and Restored has no option to pull them back
So-
from the banished zone. So
It's unlikely to think that Kurt has got aspirations of hitting his upper levels here. So it's
yeah, that
low
would
chance he's running Unleashed.
that would be my guess. Is this
really don't
this deck
expect,
probably camps at
you
level
know,
1?
Aura clashes.
And again, that's kind of an offset to like the deck space that is ultimately
Right.
automatically allocated by having to run a bunch of weird freestyle cards. Not having to run an Unleash package frees up a bunch of slots for you to put other shit in. So that is A-okay.
I would also imagine Kurt doesn't play any more allies, and he's just going to staple Roshi on
That's
the board
totally
here.
possible. Like, I wouldn't be surprised by that at
Restored
all.
has no option of getting that off the table unless he runs a gut punch.
I doubt it, but
I
it's
also
certainly not
doubt it.
impossible. Energized Strike
Frisco
stops.
with some hero draws here early.
Sure. No
And
anger
that's-
from Restored Mastery this turn.
That's clutch for him so much just because of the early game being the toughest part before you can get any sort of board set.
Yeah, that was quite a draw. But even so, I don't love throwing time there when he could have Piccolo'd instead.
Yeah, let the Piccolo hit first and then see where the rest of the turn
And
goes.
he doesn't know what's in Kurt's hand.
Right,
but,
and in the end, I think it won't matter, but...
Stack some energy combats.
Frisco had a strong year with Restored all year. He was basically Mr. Namekian Restored. Top cuts in North Dakota, Chicago, and top 4 at Gen Con where he won his invite.
Sure. Vegeta
All
power.
would sell.
Vegeta power bench this time.
Yep.
Frisco's mastering for 2 fish for a good card. Kurt with that head knock and I believe a shifting maneuver? Or maybe just
I think
Definitely a head knock. Yep.
Okay, yeah. And he'll keep the block. Frisco passes out. Let's see what we get. Couple of balls. And, oh man, and Namekian Smoothness.
Yep.
Which is active now,
Right,
because he
now you
drew
got
two
two
Dragon Balls
Dragon
this
Balls.
turn. I believe he's only got one card left, but...
Yes.
Yeah, I think he does.
So this is where Frisco's deck is going to catch people off guard. Is it's not so much a beatdown deck. It runs the Dragon Balls. And then, the full set with Searchers and support for it in Kami. So as soon as Kurt really starts sniffing that out, that's an option, he might have to adapt his playstyle to make sure that Frisco doesn't ball out on him.
Sure, again, blue doesn't have a ton of crit options, so it's
No.
probably hit with a Gallic gun.
Yep.
and not
That's
much
probably it.
else.
And Frisco probably, I'm sure, is just going to start playing around it and just, if it's not going to crit, he's not going to block it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Strongly contemplating a combat. Yeah, we're going.
Kurt not known as a blue player either. He's made first,
right.
first place at New York this year with Black 13, top cut at Gen Con with Red Enraged Cooler.
Nice.
This is his second time at Worlds also. One of, I think I said 11 invites to repeat both times, which is an incredible accomplishment. Some of us would love to come just once. Piccolo's off the board.
He didn't shuffle the Enraged Assault, or
He's right back with an overpowering attack.
that was also pretty clutch,
Right.
considering that, like I said, Piccolo was just about to be banished, most likely by a
Right.
Vegeta
Well,
power.
And Frisco even knew that was probably how he was going to sequence his events. It's just there's no other allies in the discard pile, so just wait until it's crit off and then use that as an opportunity to overpower an attack.
Sure.
It's like, yeah, you should have shuffled that up.
I mentioned. I was like, I'm pretty sure that has to go back in the deck, but they found it. It's fine.
Interestingly, if Frisco wanted to get to level 2, which he probably, I mean, it's better than his level 1, which will be better as eventually as level 3. And if Roshi comes off the board, that'll be how it happens.
Okay, Curdle Bale. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
Considering how his last couple actions went.
So, Frisco maybe wants us to start angering up when he can with the Mastery, set it up so he has 3 allies, levels up, Mastery's level 3, and then you can take Roshi off the board. But then you've also lost most of your searchability, but...
Yeah, it'll be interesting. At that point, it might not matter. Although...
It's a long climb to get there, too.
The additional stage pressure at level 3 would be pretty welcome, actually, in this matchup, I would think.
And who knows what else is in Kurt's deck, there'll be plenty of targets to hit.
Yeah. I haven't seen Frisco play this deck a ton, but I haven't seen him push to level 3 very often using it.
I mean, and he's never been against this deck either,
Yeah.
so it's a completely new experience for him.
I really like that game plan. I'm not sure if he'll try to follow through on it, but I think that's a strong option in terms of like trying to find a path to victory. And he's
he can keep 2 because of the smoothness.
He doesn't realize that the Dragon Balls are triggering it.
I bet,
He's
9
very
times
used
out
to
of
it being
10,
the
yeah,
allies.
it's the allies.
So that is
He had
unfortunate.
Bulma. He could have kept Bulma. And...
Right, so now he's got 2 allies, and he's got the amazing Ox King, which
put Bulma back, which is pretty good also.
well, and it also it's counters Vegeta's modifier, which is something he didn't think could happen.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So Vegeta lost a lot of teeth as long as Ox King's on the board. Especially with the modifier or no real modifiers on the Mastery, and he might run Lifting Drill. Ball 7 here.
Sure, lifting. Yeah, he could run lifting drill. It's a little
possible.
harder to justify in tag. But.
I bet just my gut says there aren't any other modifiers. He's just going to let us level 1 do the work.
Sure.
So
go looking
both
for that
players are
third
seeing
card.
things that they probably weren't expecting here. And I just love Ox King in this environment right now too. With all the Gokus out there, they get to level 4, and suddenly that +2 -2 just does nothing.
Sure.
And normally for this deck,
blinding is not in Kurt's hand. They're both in his discard pile. He used one to get out of combat. I don't know if Frisco has a blinding. I'm not sure if he runs it.
People
I
are
don't think
saying
so.
that he's got one in hand. No, it's a playful punch.
so cool thing about this deck is that it's able to shuffle up its own allies. It runs Namekian Tag Team.
Oh, right.
So you can shuffle up Ox King and then play him again and rejuve 3 again, or let him get crit or discarded and then flinch him back in and play him again.
He almost forgot to finish
yeah.
ball 7. That's
So he
pretty
does have a
important.
Dr. Briefs.
And he milled an AK with that. Whoops.
I really like this deck concept for Kurt here too. It's great for countering the current meta with Roshi and Goku all over the place. Because neither of them really have many options to actually take Roshi off the board without a crit, which, as long as it's only the only ally, can't happen. But the dangers for running decks like that is he'll play other things ultimately. And he's going to play Bulma. So we'll see if Frisco can capitalize with a crit here.
It's a bold call.
Right.
Unless he doesn't run confrontation, which I would hate.
I would also be very suspect of that decision. But knowing some of the players, they just aren't as sold on confrontation as maybe we are.
Sure. Does have that Gallic gun. But again,
Piccolo's
without
on the board.
without being able to confrontation to try to hit confirm it,
Right.
it's a much taller order to punch through with one of those.
And since this is a much more defensive build for Restored Gohan, he's running 6 energy blocks and three hybrid defenses and Piccolo.
Yeah,
And if he's not running confrontations, there's a good chance he's not running spheres either.
sure. I also did learn that Kurt's ally package is larger than just
Right.
Roshi, so it could also still be just Roshi and Bulma, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see a couple more lurking in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh, in fact, Briefs is in
You're
the
right,
discard
Briefs in
pile,
the discard
yeah.
pile.
So
So
he has a light ally package.
I definitely had
At
considered
not-
a deck very much like this with just Roshi and Briefs, and you play one or the other depending on the matchup, and just don't play the other one.
Yeah, no, I like this call. I like it better than Lorraine had called out. There were some conflict Vegetas here, which I better trying to do a similar thing, but I like this better than I like those.
I do too. Alec Rudin was running conflict Vegeta, and I can.
Oh, I'd love to see.
I'm
his
sad to
list.
confirm that he lost round 1.
Yeah,
I don't know what he
Shame.
played against.
I bet he played not a Goku deck and it didn't
Right.
go well. Or he played a Goku deck and they crushed him anyway.
Right, and that
Because
can
Goku's a
happen.
fucking asshole.
Kurt's got a
Purple
combat
enter.
here. Then
Which,
Lead with
yeah,
a
I
card
don't
power?
I don't hate this.
Okay, he's got
don't
Lunar
destroy
Ray
by
for
any means.
Dr. Briefs. I don't necessarily like that play.
Oh, as opposed to like protecting either Roshi or
if
Bulma.
Roshi comes off the board, then
yeah,
maybe Lunar
I
Ray
certainly
for it.
wouldn't have led on it.
Right,
I probably would have led with Vegeta power, honestly,
Same.
just in terms of to burn an action.
So you've already missed the window to proc Briefs for the turn.
Yeah. I'm assuming his thinking was like that's actually my weakest action, but I would have liked Vegeta power instead there. Like you said, give yourself more options, an action or two in if Frisco kills.
Frisco
kills an
is running
ally.
double strikes and salvos, which can definitely crit.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be what we see here. Yeah. Maybe not.
Frisco got another overpowering flinch, some other stuff.
Yeah,
Apparently,
Bob
there's
is
still an
in
ally.
there.
Oh, that's right. He left Bob in there.
Hmm.
Oh,
Um,
and
Ezra-
Yajirobe's in there. So
Okay. So yeah, that locks out
yeah,
that
say that's
visiting.
totally worth it to lock out the visiting. And I wouldn't be surprised if Frisco isn't running visitings. Like
I believe he's not.
Restored is a deck that you can very easily
Right.
miss them
Since,
in.
since
Like,
you're
in-
putting
Namekian, yeah.
Yajirobe into the deck, that basically says you don't really care about visiting so
Sure.
much.
There's another ally for Kurt.
doubly so with
Yeah,
assistance
okay.
drill. Like you've got your extra card per combat.
Playful punch. It's gonna hit a couple of damage, but not too much.
Again, not within crit range, so
Right.
Frisco probably doesn't care that much. Because like even this build's probably a little bit different than some other ones, but like Restored kind of likes some medium-sized
Right.
discard pile. Vegeta makes that a little different.
Yeah,
with
let's-
being able to target a card per turn.
So
but-
I saw a hybrid hit the discard pile, so I bet Kurt goes after that with
Sure.
his next card power.
Here we go.
And I like surveying first. Like, don't just
Yeah,
go
don't
for
I
it.
just-
mean, Chi-Chi's in
target
there
lock.
too.
Yeah, I mean,
So he doesn't have many physicals. It looks like. Is that
I think-
Baba?
I think he did hit.
I think it was Baba.
Yeah, he hit
Okay.
the Baba, which is maybe not the best card for Frisco in this matchup, but you never want to broadcast your game plans either.
Sure.
The ideal situation for Frisco is to have Baba at Gohan level 2, and then you can use the card knowledge to search for the right card to fit.
Yeah, and
any
again, that
situation.
like with Piccolo on the board, that Galagun's just a dead draw.
Yeah.
So.
He keeps
That's the game plan for Kurt right now. Is he's got to hit a Gallic gun.
Mm-hmm.
he keeps discarding down to 1.
He's got a bunch of allies now.
He technically has 2 cards right now.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like
He's discarding. No, he keeps doing it.
he's even got more allies in play at this point. Oh, Frisco. But again, that is not mandatory.
It's
Right,
not,
You
but
can discard down to 0 if you choose to. So
you could.
it's a real shame.
He's starting to creep up on ball victory here. He's
Yeah.
got 4 now. As long as Roshi's in play,
And a tutor. He's got.
yeah, as long as Roshi's in play, he's still a little further than he likes to be because he's not going to be able to bounce Kami for 1 or Dragon
Sure.
Radar or crit Dragon Clan.
Right, but like you said, now that he's got other allies in
Right,
play,
and
like
now
he's a
it's-
crit away from being dead. So
The road to getting Roshi off the table is there.
And I would definitely still keep Dragon Clan. Like I would put it into play.
Oh, yeah.
Under the assumption that Roshi
So-
will leave
at some
the,
point
leave
it'll
the
be
table
gone.
at some point. But I think he kept it. Let's find out.
And depending on what the rest of those options were.
Yeah.
He does drop the Dragon Clan and Icarus.
And Icarus, okay.
So many friends.
It's a pretty strong board
Right.
turn.
So yeah, now if Spiess hit a
Anger from
Betrayal,
ball
which
3.
I haven't seen one yet, but if he does run Betrayals, then now even Piccolo's safe from that.
Piccolo needs a stage. There we go.
Don't think that's going to be relevant, but you never know.
Crouch, Energize Strike, Gallic Gun, Wall Breaker. Or is it?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yep. A pretty weak hand
Yeah, it's
against
not the hand you wanna look at
against
right now.
Frisco's board. But maybe, like, again, I don't know. Now that Ox King's out, I'm not sure what a strong hand is
Right.
for Kurt at this point. So he's really in a tough position right now.
Is that another overpowering attack?
Which is impressive because Frisco hasn't searched for anything. This has all just been hard drawn.
I believe Kurt is going for like a mythical like
He's-
triple Kamehameha turn to end the
he's,
game or something. I want to say Frisco probably still is in the neighborhood of like 30 cards.
Right, he hasn't been hit for much. And even those Kamehamehas are still only going to hit for 4 as long as
Yeah.
Ox King's on the board.
Now's the time for a blue wash.
Right, I was just going to say, if he's running Blue Watch, which he's probably not, but if he were, that would look pretty good right now.
Yeah. Well, the joke around our meta is that that's the anti-Frisco card. He likes to build a board.
I was talking to Andrew Pickett about
And in
running
fact,
Blue Watch,
I say
and he said,
Frisco
"That's
has
silly."
his guaranteed crit in hand.
The double strike.
Yep. So Roshi will most
Even-
likely die this
And,
turn.
tag team even also, when you shuffle up 2 allies, gets you the crit effect.
Oh
too.
yeah, the tag team is the card he actually
Okay.
has. Yeah, double strikes are in his discard pile. He probably only runs 2 of those. I think there were 2 in the discard.
I think it's 2 of each. But he has the double strike.
Oh, okay, he did have both. All right.
So he's going to get whatever
All right,
he wants
I'm not
done.
sure how I feel about that. Especially since he's still got another crit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why you
He
take
saw the-
briefs there.
Right. He saw the Lunar Ray earlier too, so it's possible that if he'd hit Roshi that it would come
Sure.
right back. So he might have opened himself up to have
Interesting.
Roshi end the turn on the board.
Mm.
See Gohan ally for Kurt, and I love
Yeah.
Gohan ally right now.
Especially with all that orange all out there.
Oh,
A final flash.
that takes some options off the table. He won't be able to mastery at the very
Right.
least. And he really would have liked that level this turn, presumably.
Yeah. Cross guard.
Yeah, especially by putting a cross card in the discard pile that he also could have hybrid defensed. Like, yeah. That definitely makes this turn way less impactful than Frisco would have wanted it to be.
Overpowering for Chi-Chi.
Fill out that table-based
I
block
still-
line.
Right, I still don't love it just in case you lose a more impactful ally, you can bring it back real fast. But Frisco's got such a strong board state and a lead at this point that he might be just looking to do some damage. I don't know if he took the damage from that attack.
Say this is going to be the call, because if he, I'll say, and now he's going to take a Gallic Gun.
Yep. Unless he's got another block in hand.
Well, he has 1, but Kurt has 2 Gallic Guns.
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, he maybe hurt himself a little bit just blocking an attack he didn't need to block.
Yeah, and again, like that would have been a very cautious play, but I would have liked to see it, like you said, Kyle, of sitting on the overpowering attack, being ready to take an attack that could crit, and then sucking back up the ally that you lose if they do.
He just get a hybrid here.
And he's gonna take 6.
He heals a cross guard. I don't know if there's any drills on the table, but oh, he's only on level
Fixed
1.
it.
Frisco not used to being at level 1 for
Sure.
this long.
Yep, here we go.
Yeah. Sorry, Frisco.
He says maybe. Yeah, it does gotta hit.
So if you're Kurt now, what do you look at to take off the board?
I mean, I like a combination of maybe like 1 ally and ball, or never mind, he's got ball 1.
Because ball 1's on the
Yeah.
table, you can't
Or
just take.
You could go ball 1, ball 7.
Try it again next turn.
and
with
try it
2
again
Gallic
next
Guns.
turn. Yeah.
Or you can just take what's in front of you and
Sure. Yeah.
Piccolo.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
Yajirobe's looking pretty good with her visiting on the table.
Piccolo Ox King, that's fine.
Yeah,
I don't hate that at all.
I don't either. So now his offense is back on.
It's probably the safest combination
Sure.
of things to take out, especially Ox King. But both of them specifically, like,
And now
gives him a lot of breathing room.
And Frisco can tag team here still to take Roshi off the board, which I wouldn't hate. That'll let him Dragon Clan.
And Ox King is dead forever.
No,
Rip Ox King.
Vegeta 1's really good.
the king is dead.
No.
So Frisco's
Hybrid
gonna
on
hold
top.
on.
Yeah, taking that Galacon really changed the momentum of this game. Like,
Chris
I'm
got
not even
another final flash.
yeah. I'm not even sure if Frisco has an advantage at this point. If he does, it's a very slim one.
Depending on like how this next 2 turns here go. Yeah, so now Kurt's got a battle already. Let's still bring back Roshi if he ever needs it. And he's still well within choke range.
Yeah, no shit. In fact, I don't think he's going to be out of choke range for the rest of the
No, it's
game, unless his
unlikely.
board state gets so bad that he'll probably have lost anyway.
Well, now the modifiers are back on too.
Right.
Things- Ox
Yeah,
King's
that thing's
gone.
going to do 7,
Ow.
and that is a lot of damage.
Two choke. Oh, hey, Phil. How's it going? I see you in that chat. Toot choke indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt's still in a combat here.
Yeah, he is going. I would really like to see him lead on Final Flash here to try to lock Frisco out of level 2.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love that. It's fine, but it's not the play that I would have liked to see him make.
Banishes some Dragon Balls. More Dragon Balls. Frisco's deck's pretty thin at this point. See, now he's looking to eye
Yeah.
ball 7.
That'll basically close the game out at this
Uh-huh.
point if he gets a hold of it. Frisco's looking at piles. In fact, Frisco could have and probably should have leveled up just when entering
Right,
combat
just
this turn.
as a take it.
Yeah. That's gonna hurt. And Frisco really needed that to hit.
Yes.
Just to get that ball back, if nothing else.
The ball back and take Roshi off the table.
And that's so
But-
right.
But Kurt
Crit and hit,
will
so-
probably respond with battle readiness on Roshi. But yeah, Salvo does some big damage. And Kurt doesn't have a ton of life deck either at this point.
Sure. I mean, if I were Frisco, I would check his piles to see if it seems like there's an ally in his deck. Although I still probably say target Roshi.
Yeah.
Yeah, considering that he can summon a ball now, among other things.
That's true.
but-
Oh, that's right, because Dragon Clan's out.
But, I mean,
Unbeknownst
Kurt
to
can
him.
see the Dragon Clan.
Yeah. Now
would-
he can throw the Final Flash to shut that off. For
That's
this
true.
turn.
He doesn't have to respond with battle risk. He can use the final flash, but
Or he can just drop Roshi back in play.
right.
with,
I think that's probably the safer play.
Yep. Oh shit. Oh, actually, it is just an attack. They thought it was. They thought he had Drobu styled. Is that cooler? Or?
Okay.
I don't remember. There is a card that works that way, but it's not
Yeah.
Drobu.
Does Vegeta have one stage here? I can't tell.
I think it's 4.
Yeah, that
It
looks
Okay.
like a 4, but it's a really small number. 10-sided dice are the devil.
Now that Yamcha power starts looking pretty threatening.
He certainly can get there.
Right.
I'm assuming he has. I don't know where his anger is. I would guess it would be at 2 because he already used
It's
the
at
final
4. It's on his mastery.
Okay.
Frisco, this hand burst is going to be huge. So now he can summon some allies out of the discard pile that he lost. Piccolo's still in there. That might save his
Piccolo's a
bacon.
good pull.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, that was the only one left.
Yeah, he said that was the only one.
But I'm sure he's thrilled to have it.
Don't think Kurt has done Vegeta yet this turn.
Oh, that camera got turned off. I
Or
just
did-
realized
did
the
he?
other
Is
hand
this
cam
the
is not
turn?
working. You want to shut down the other hand cam because it's off again.
Oh.
I didn't even realize that until just now.
I mean, I'll just leave it for. I don't want to
guess.
fuck with the scene right
Fair
now,
enough.
but it's a bad camera.
Yes. Because it's got settings like our audio recorder.
Yeah.
So it's like has to be set to something. Would it be hard to hot swap that now?
Frisco has 11. We could try it.
Like after the.
We'll worry about that after this game.
Yeah.
11 to 8. Frisco's up by 3.
Not for long.
Yeah, no shit.
This might be the last turn, even.
Yeah, I could totally
I could
see
believe
that.
A lot of those cards are Dragon Balls.
Yeah. No kidding.
Okay.
Vegeta's going up.
I definitely think that that's the right call, especially now.
Mm-hmm.
Flurry will be unpreventable without the. I mean, he's got to take it.
Yep.
Is it unstoppable?
It can only be stopped by energy combat cards.
Oh, okay. So that's why I picked Low Can. Gotcha.
Discard a card from Frisco's hand.
Goes back down.
That card
takes
is
the card.
pretty good.
Yep. Knocks out tag team.
Certainly not a bad pull.
Nope.
Say he
6.
crit Piccolo and go for the kill.
Yeah. Well, this game turns so fast on that Galacon.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. I mean, I guess that's a next turn kill. So that's fine too, I
mean-
suppose. But
He's tapped out. Is that a Galacon or a Kamehameha or is that a Flurry of Blows?
I think it's Flurry.
healing Yajirobe. Okay, he hadn't Vegeta powered yet. I was pretty sure he still
Okay.
had that in the tank,
Yeah, I
which
don't.
is a little
Yeah,
nuts.
he didn't do it before he
Uh-huh.
leveled. For sure.
It almost barely matters.
Yeah. I mean, it really doesn't. Like, Frisco's got a few enough cards that, like... Oh, did he just decide not to Vegeta? Okay. That was weird.
Guess we're done.
Guess we're done.
Question mark.
So he's got ball 6.
6. Yeah.
I don't think I would have done that. I don't know that it matters much, but, like... I would have thought more about declaring this turn, which he might have to do to have any chance at winning, even if his hand is pretty questionable. Like, if he passes here,
He's just
Kurt's going to
get
visit
on.
for an assisted or a
Yeah.
choke and just kill him.
Yeah.
And if he enters, he's got one action, but then Kurt can also get a block, so...
I'm sure that's Kurt's plan too, having gotten rid of the Yajirobe.
Yeah. Again, I don't know that holding that ball 6 is going to make the difference in the game, but he could have pitched it for mastery and cycled a card back into deck.
Not knowing what else is in his hand, it probably didn't matter.
I don't think so. Like, I really don't. He's just in. I don't really see an out here. Like I said, he can enter and throw one attack and hopefully and hope that it's enough to kill Kurt. But that's really his only option. Kurt's got an Omni block in his discard pile, so like he's got all kinds of options. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this game's over, but he
Yeah.
absolutely can't pass, so...
He's going.
He's gonna check some piles.
10 minutes left in the round.
I'd be shocked if it goes that far.
Yeah. I can't imagine it would.
I mean, if I were Frisco, like, I guess it doesn't matter since he's got nothing else to do, but I wouldn't even check piles until Kurt already visits.
Sure.
Because it's not going to matter too much until until he has that piece of information in hand. But either way, yeah, I don't see it.
Yeah.
And time.
Okay.
Did he not have a choke or a Kamehameha in there?
I mean, no, I don't hate that move because it's still, like,
Don't forget to... There you go.
he will very likely still win. Like, I think defensive is the right way to go there. Like I said, if Frisco
Yeah.
passed out, there's no reason not to go offensive because he'll have the first action. But no, I think that's the right play. Because any hit should kill Frisco, and he's got three more attacks
Unless
in
he's got
hand.
4 blocks in
Right.
his hand.
Yeah. Even without knowing his other cards, he had a Vegeta power and a flurry, so that's two. Like, one of those couldn't be blocked by Piccolo. Yeah, I think that's totally the right call.
He can't stop Final Flash with Piccolo. I asked that question. He
Right.
can only stop with energy combat cards. Otherwise, he would have. Of course he would have. Unless he's crazy and forgot, which is something I would probably do. Aw, Frisco's getting sad.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's replaying that big combat over in his head, too. Trying to figure out where it went wrong.
Yeah, I don't...
Like, I can't imagine what his actual play is.
I don't either. But
See, it's like... Yeah, that...
overpowering for...
Oh, is he going to target his time?
Maybe.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah,
He's got Bulma.
yeah,
If his
thank
time
you
is
for
in the
putting it on the
discards, that
stream.
would be the thing you do.
I mean, his deck is very small.
Right, there's a
Yeah.
good chance it's in there.
He's not going to do the pro play.
I gotta think Kurt still has enough life deck left to just tank the attack.
I think so too. But that's like I said, that's the only out that there could be.
Sure.
Yeah, we know about the hand cam. We've
And it's
having
a
problems with that
Kamehameha.
camera. Probably gonna switch it out after this.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just keeps freezing.
Oh, which one? The hand cam?
The one on Frisco side, the wall side.
Okay, what you could do actually is change the resolution down to 720 on that cam.
Because it keeps going to that menu.
Oh, it keeps going to the menu?
Yeah,
Like,
because I had to go back there
turn it
before the
off?
match.
I think it might be because the USB cord or something. But yeah, I mean, if it's doing
It's
that, that
good.
means it's losing, I think, connection.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah, he's got plenty of actions, and Frisco doesn't have anything to do.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunate, but that's the way it goes. Yeah, and again, like, he's just gonna keep doing attacks until Frisco
Right.
dies.
I'm curious how much life deck Kurt has left, but
I think he said 7.
Yeah, it doesn't look like too much more. But, I mean,
depending on his hand, if he'd taken time, I think time was banished earlier, actually.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
right.
it
It
was.
totally
It was banished
was.
off of Vegeta Power
Yeah.
a long time ago, so that wasn't an option.
Yeah. In that case, I don't think Frisco had any options. to
Yeah,
win this game
at
this
that point, there's no win situations. But he can prolong
Hybrid
his
for
death with a
one.
hybrid here.
Yeah, Kurt's got 2 more attacks in hand. This is not all over, but the. And again, like, I don't fault Frisco for trying. Like,
Right,
at
you-
the, at
you
the,
don't
in
know
the
how-
world's
what
big,
Kurt's
like,
hand
most
is.
important tournament.
For all you know, Kurt's got a hand of garbage. And Kurt, yeah,
there you go.
Yeah,
Say-
that's it.
they
All right.
saved each other some effort.
Congratulations, Kurt, for winning.
For sure. Yeah, good.
Great
Pretty
game,
good.
very
Yeah,
interesting.
that was a good game. Kurt definitely played in a way that like waiting till he
Yes.
got to a turn where he could stack 2 Gallic guns and like
Yeah, he
and
could've
then just
just-
throwing everything else before throwing those out. That was the only way he was going to get out of that situation.
He could have been firing those bullets as he found them, and
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
would have gone much worse for him. And playing patiently definitely paid off.
Yeah, he definitely played that correctly from his perspective
Absolutely.
for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like Frisco, he could have played even more cautiously.
Mm-hmm.
But I can totally see like him sequencing the way he did in
Sure.
that turn where he got Gallic guns. So, grab this. Yeah,
You're doing it.
that was a pretty good game.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, I respect the shit out of out of both of those guys.
What do you-
Let's see. Let me just. I doubt it'll do anything, but
He said
I'm gonna try to do
downscale it.
that too.
No, it's gonna be on a menu, so it's not even gonna show up.
Yeah. Okay.
I have to go over there and physically mess with it again.
I guess tweak it one more time, and then I don't know.
Okay. I'll go.
Said I really don't like that piece of hardware, but
No.
you know it's what we have.
God, your
Careful.
laptop charger. I almost died.
Sorry.
This is prop. Oh, this is prop now. I can actually go through this one.
Let's pop back over here.
Hi guys.
Hey everybody.
That's 2 rounds. We're doing 6 rounds.
I think so.
6 rounds. Or until we tell you otherwise. So what do you think so far?
I liked watching those matches.
Yeah.
Like
I
again.
think- I was looking at the list. There's an unfortunate amount of Ordroshi. but
Yeah, I say
We'll-
like
I'm sure we'll be seeing
we
plenty
might
of them
we may not
eventually.
be able to go much longer without
Right.
seeing an orange Roshi or a blue or a ruthless Goku.
we'll definitely see if Rampaging Nappa won its game, and then that guarantee that'll be on stream next round.
I would be way into that.
Yeah.
I hope we can make that happen.
I
But
haven't-
yeah, those numbers are crazy. in
I
terms
mean,
of
and
like,
crazy, but also not surprising.
no, not surprising in the least, but just like
that's a tough
people,
thing to
yeah,
put down.
people are running the decks that are established.
Did it come back on?
Oh, sorry.
The menu.
Let's go find out.
Don't. Go.
There are a couple of interesting decks here, though. I've seen Ascendant Goku, Dynamic Gokus, Orange Goku. There's still all Gokus,
It's
but
on,
Yeah,
so
we got it back for the moment.
now.
there's at least one Orange Vegeta.
Yeah, I think there was one orange.
Quite honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they're not like nudging the USB cables. But again, like yeah.
This.
Hmm?
This.
Oh yeah, you can switch it.
Yo.
That's why I still prefer what we did in the last event. I think with the over the shoulder, like, it's just
Yeah.
better. Like people don't have to touch stuff. You have to be more active in like switching the scenes or whatever. But
There's
yeah,
a Tag 13 deck out there.
Yes.
that's funny.
I remember seeing.
I don't like that choice. Sorry, whoever you are.
I
I
could just be getting like 20 out or something like that, like just running other allies. And
yeah, but
I don't
I mean,
know.
any tag deck can drop cooler, or
That's
half
true.
the
That's
tag decks
true,
can
that's
drop
true.
cooler,
Yeah.
and I think that's probably what they're going for.
It's not. Yeah, you're right. That's not nothing. Unless he doesn't run cooler. No.
Well, then I highly question that deck.
Shrug.
We'll see.
That's really something. Yeah, like you said, I don't like those were both pretty solid games. I'm glad that one ended with a winner. Like, there's nothing wrong with tie
Yeah.
games, but like
Oh, Tag
I can see
13
that
is
wouldn't
one
be
of the
the-
Australian players.
Yeah.
you like the bullet.
Nito.
Come say hi, Kurt.
Say, I didn't know if you are you. Do you got to go do a thing? Go for it.
Yeah, come
Okay.
sit down.
Come on.
Winner's circle.
That's right. Join us for a moment.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was
no
crazy.
kidding. And again, here we'll wait for you to sit down, and then
Yeah. Oh God, my leg, Kyle.
I'll have to you a bit.
Ugh.
Do it. Squeeze in. Winner of round 2 of our streaming games at Worlds. Yeah, I was about to say, like you were in a very, very tough spot early game, and you did basically you played exactly the way you had to have a chance at winning, and then it worked out.
It did. It worked out like just right. It had like that really sketchy combat where I entered with 3 cards. That
Yeah.
Was, like,
Yeah.
But I was like, I gotta enter. Like, I gotta get this briefs in play. I think I made a small missequence there. I think I should have started with Vegeta Power.
That's what we
said
said.
that.
Yeah,
We
that
said
was
that.
our
Hold on,
suggestion.
hold
That
on
was,
a little
yeah.
I didn't realize he had Yajirobe in his discard. I would have absolutely done that. So that
Oh,
was
yeah,
definitely a
yeah.
slight mistake. But otherwise, I felt good. That final flash was amazing.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Like I was like, the only way he's gonna come out of this is if he gets like a minimum 2 final flashes in hand, and then just throws him last and just hopes that one punches through.
The entire game swung on the Galacon.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
Galacon, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I do that too.
Drawing the 2 Galacons when he entered was really nice, and I
Yeah.
was like, when he drew, he had like an additional block that I didn't know about. I was
Yeah.
like, right.
He kind of
Kinda
he
sketchy.
pitched it to an arm blast that definitely cost him in the end.
Yeah, which made sense at the time, which is why I started with the arm blast, just because he couldn't afford to get one of his allies critted at that stage in the game. So it was a fortunate draw for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and like I said, I think that was only the real missequencing that Vegeta power was really the only micro play that I saw you miss that I might have done differently. Frisco made a lot of weird little micro mistakes, like he discarded extra cards when he had a
Yeah, I don't
We
think he
didn't
ever
need
held
to.
on to 2 with that.
He did. It was weird. He always did it. He always held on to 2 on his turn. and
Right, but
discarded
not
one on
if
my
he,
turn.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that was very strange. And then
Well.
I didn't love him leveling up when entering the
Yeah,
late
he could've-
game when he already
he
had
could've
hit the ally threshold.
Could've gone up.
I'm not really
without
sure
Roshi.
what he was
No, yeah,
thinking there.
I
but-
think he kept it because he couldn't use the power with Roshi in play.
Right. So I think
and
the
then-
game plan
and
would have been to just hopefully get to 3.
Yeah, and again,
with anger.
yeah, that's
yeah.
what we really wanted him to do early on, and I kind of assumed that he wouldn't do that just because I've never seen him try to push a
I've
3 in
also
that deck
never seen him
ever.
try to do that.
But I really would have liked to see him go for it.
For
It
sure.
would have changed things up a lot. But
So what made you
Hey.
choose Tag Vegeta?
Well, at 9 p.m. last night, I was planning on playing Ruthless Goku. So I had a list with 3 Android arm breakers. I had 2 jump kicks. Was considering playing the 3rd. Felt like it was well positioned, but Jamal had been working on a Tag Vegeta deck,
Right,
and
and
he
I
started
won't make you say if he's running the same deck, but you're both running Tag Vegeta, I know?
same 65.
Okay.
Oh.
Right on.
So
I was gonna say wait a second, but then I remembered
Yeah.
Stagger Masters.
and
Gotcha. I don't know.
so we were jamming late game or late at night, and we were playing the Ruthless Goku Vegeta matchup, and it seems pretty decent, especially when you can just lead the combat with a final flash.
for sure.
And then we were just destroying Retribution Roshi.
Okay.
Nice.
You just the dope thing is you can win the roll, say they go first, get Roshi, and they can't even start the game with a drill.
Oh,
Right.
I didn't know.
Right.
That's really funny.
Well, that's the other thing. That's the other comment I made because when Lorraine was going down the list earlier, there were conflict Vegetas on there, and I was like, I like Tag Vegeta way better than that deck. So I think you made the right call.
Yeah, we had conflict Vegeta built.
2-0,
and
obviously,
it was
it's working out.
It was just not quite there.
Yeah.
But, the tag's been awesome. I start the game most of the time with brief, especially against Goku because it just
Sure,
it
match
brings
them
up
card for
parity.
card, and then you
Exactly.
still have a personality power.
Right.
Exactly. So it's awesome. It blanks that, and then I played against Blue Goku round 1, and I was actually really fortunate to draw Master Roshi on turn 1.
Wow.
Okay. Wow,
So
yeah.
that combo just put him way behind the whole game. I was able to end combat with a Earth Dragon Ball 7 early on in the game when he had 5 cards in hand to my 3. So that was really because he had just blue guarded.
Sure. Yeah, and you're
Master
like, yeah,
drawn
all right,
2,
we're
and
out.
I was like,
Goodbye.
see ya. I'm out. I'm not dealing with all this.
I really love the one Earthball 7 index.
Yeah, it's really good,
It's a neat
especially with the
little splash.
blinding.
Yeah, you got the
It
blinders
works
in there,
really
too.
well with in the Goku matchup. You can kind of blow them out if they try to get greedy with the trailing blast.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
So I think it's a good ad. Vegeta's one of the only characters that can do anything against the turn 1 Unleashed,
Right.
which is nice.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, I'm really happy with the deck for sure.
Yeah,
So
like I
look-
said, I like that choice, and I
Looking
like
at
the way you
what everyone else
played
is
in that
running,
last game.
you got a good
so-
chance of just kind of tearing people up.
for
Yeah,
sure.
unfortunately, Jamal played against Dynamic Broly round 1.
Oh no.
Oh man.
And
Probably pretty rough.
So Jamal started with briefs, I believe, and they played a turn 1 blue battle readiness. It was against our friend from Maryland, Andre, so that was an unfortunate pairing based on that. And then Andre entered second combat, revealed Saiyan Trample and I'll Dig Your Grave.
Sure.
Banished the battle readiness. Jamal ate the trample.
Mhm, and then-
he dug.
Right.
He stopped it, and then he had a second dig.
Oh jeez.
And
Damn.
milled him for 14.
Yep.
And
All right.
it just got really bad after that. So I
Apparently,
play against one of those decks that's no good, but I think there's only 2 physical Saiyan decks. So
Sure.
There's a couple out there. Yeah.
yeah, there's a Nappa and
Right.
and the
Like,
Broly deck. So.
We just got confirmation that we'll be seeing Nappa in the 3rd round.
Yep, I'm
Everyone
excited
should
about
be
that.
happy about that.
oh nice.
Hold
Nappa's
on to your
2-0.
butts.
Should be a good game.
That's bad
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
All
right.
right,
yeah.
hope you don't play
Although
out.
you won't play him, well,
You could.
You
You're
could
both
play him
2-0.
next round. Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. But
Hope you draw your physical blocks.
Yeah, probably an impossible
All right,
matchup though.
congratulations.
yeah,
good luck
we'll
to
move
you.
on. Yeah,
Yep.
well played.
Congrats.
Good luck for the rest of the event.
Appreciate it, guys.
Take care.
And maybe we'll see you in Top Cut.
2
All
hours,
right,
a
yeah,
good
that's
start.
gonna do it for round 2.
There's still some time left.
Yeah,
there's a little time.
I'm gonna bring up our
Transition,
placeholder
yeah.
very briefly. Let's check to see if that camera still works. Just for all right,
Yep,
that's
it's
still
still
up.
going now.
You want
So
me to
yeah.
touch it?
No,
No,
I
it's
already.
fine.
It should be recorded.
So yeah, stick around. Don't go anywhere. I bet round 3 will start pretty soon. But
hope
like
so.
Lorraine said, there's still time on the clock. So
Yeah.
uh,
Not a huge amount though. I think
yeah.
there was like 10 minutes while the match was.
so
still
yeah,
going,
stick
but-
around. We'll be back in a bit.